Greetings, everyone. This is the Hipster Snek alongside Titaku.
I have a hidden Giga Chip.
He is. So, we are doing MegaMan Battle Network 5 Best Version. Or rather, the DS version, which is actually the version I physically owned back in the day. And we're going to play it the same way I experienced it then, too. Now, we had the options of Team ProtoMan and Team Colonel, and I put it to a poll, and you guys left no room for doubt, because both the YouTube poll and the Twitter poll voted for Team ProtoMan.
No. See, if we did it the way you did it, we were do Team Colonel. I remember you.
Nope, I did ProtoMan.
Really?
Yep. Yeah, that was actually our dear buddy Fan Sean who did Team Colonel.
Poor Zax.
Yep. Boktai 2 game Pack Detected. So, here's the thing. When I had my DS, the very last GBA cart I owned was Boktai 2. First off, it was a game that was kind of hard to come by. You couldn't really find it readily. And I didn't really want to let it go because it was such an interesting game. And, you know, emulation hadn't quite caught up to being able for me to play it on my computer. So, I got Battle Network 5 for the DS, because of course I was going to get the DS version. Why would I get in an inferior version? I have a DS, I have all this. I pop it in, and the game gives me this prompt. And I'm going, wonder what that means. So, the answer is yes. Beginning, Soul Cross MegaMan game. Beep beep. Received email, Soul Cross. After game begins, you can check the email via PET screen. Let's get into it.
This is basically an easy mode, but for reasons that you'll probably elucidate on later.
Oh, yes, definitely. The year was 19XX, which means we actually went back in time. Oh, wait, no, this is a flashback. I'm sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. Cyber Society was almost completed.
You know, this is actually the exact same time that Fist of the North Star was supposed to be. So I'm just kind of imagining everyone being like really swole, and they're like, oh.
We've done what we can. Now it's up to the next generation to finish the research. Yes? Our offspring will certainly complete what we've started. Yes, let us hope so. No, time to retire and not put any effort into it.
They will continue what we're done and not continue a cycle of backfighting and, you know, violence against each other for the rest of forever. That's not going to be a thing that happens.
Definitely not. Years later, in the 21st century, the network keeps society safe from all cyber threats. Lan, come on, wake up. Ah, man, I had a dream that was a flashback to a time when I wasn't even born yet, and you could support a whole family of 5 on one income.
You know, it was the flashback in the past because it was sepia tone. They hadn't invented it.
Oh, and a neat little continuity nod is the trophies from Battle Network 4 are displayed on top of his dresser. So that's pretty nice. I'm trying to sleep. Man, you can't fall asleep now. What's that?
Do you think maybe that was Caveman Grug's time?
That is entirely possible. You haven't finished your homework. Also, the DS version had some improvements over its Game Boy Advance counterpart. There are some smoother animations and little more detail checking throughout. Morning, Mega Man. Don't morning me, Lan. Every time you start your homework, you fall asleep. Come on, Mega Man. It's better than falling asleep during class. I guess he's correct? Then got the personal terminal, PET. Hey, how about we jump on the net? That'll rev me up. Okay, but just for a bit. Once we jack out, it's homework time, okay? Yeah, sure. Jack it! Lan, could you come here for a second?
Hold on.
It's Mom.
Why do you look like a Zero character? Right.
That's because the PET reflects the state Mega Man is currently in. And we are in Soul Cross form, which is actually based on Soul Django in Boktai 3. But we did not get Boktai 3 in the United States. So instead, the game does a check for Boktai 2. Hence why we have this form. And it's a bit of a break in continuity, but it's a big pile of whatever. Coming, Mom.
You have email, Lan.
And we, Lan and MegaMan have some voiceovers. Now, I can touch the screen if I want to, but the full functionality works exactly the way you'd expect it to. This magazine will introduce key information to novice net battlers, helping them become pros. Got some hot information. What's jacking in? That's kind of a personal question. 2. Chip folder. We know this. We can just kind of zip past this real quick. Subchips. Subchips are items. The end. Soul Cross MegaMan. This is the power of the sun, born from a synthesis of MegaMan and Django's power. B-button power attack becomes the Gundel Soul. Also, you get an additional 200 HP and super armor. You can jack in at a sunlit terminal for even more power than usual. Not literally. You couldn't use the Boktai 2 cartridge sensor. It means if Lan is in story outside. There's actually one particular place in the game that will be very useful for this throughout the story. Doing so will give you the self-recover power. There's a price for additional power. Max amount of mega chips you carry will be decreased by 2. Who cares? Whether you use the Soul Cross Mega Man power well or waste it will ultimately depend on you. How are things working out with your new PET? Have you mastered its new functions yet? So many new things you can do, it's a little confusing at first. Let me give you some special advice on how to effectively utilize the new folder, blah 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 blah. We know this. It's literally just like the DS is a little bit different than the GBA version, so here's the explanation for it.
Yeah, I don't know how to tell you this, but the Battle Network 5 was not kind to her. She looks like she is like even bigger of a 5 head than usual.
I just got the new PET myself. You can select stuff as by touching it. Feels cutting edge. Touch screens have been around since the 80s, Mel. Alright,
yeah,
so let's see what Mom wants.
Trying to touch, my mom's BlackBerry. She's like, no, Mail, you're going to try and eat it. And I'm like, I just did it the one time, Mom.
God, you're going to have to hold that over my head, aren't you? Mail, it was 3 days ago. Because you run an errand for me. Shut up at the moment. Sure, Mom.
I think we just wrote a Team Girl Squad.
I think we did. Thank you. Could you please deliver this to my friend's Navi? Stew recipe. Where's your friend's Navi? She's in the kitchen comp. You can access the kitchen comp from ACDC area too. Gotcha. Let's go, Mega Man. Press the R button or jack in, blah blah blah, we know. Got it. Time to jack in. Thank you, dear.
I feel like we are being,
MegaMan, execute.
whoa, I feel really, really cool all of a sudden.
I feel really awesome, like I'm being voiced by Mark Gatha, because he was a voice actor that Capcom had on tap at the time. Uh-oh. Lan, viruses are invading your webpage. Okay, Mega Man, let's warm up some virus busting. You operate, I bust. You're not too sleepy to bust viruses, are you? Are you kidding? Let's roll. Really? Okay then, let's do it.
Routine, set, execute.
Sadly, I don't get my cool powers. I actually have to do this normally. And it's literally the exact same tutorial we got in Battle Network 4, so... yeah.
Maybe that's the reason why Lan is always falling asleep. He's like, I've done this already.
I've done this 4 times before, Mega Man. Literally saved the world 4 times now, Mega Man.
Are you sure, though? Are you sure? I don't know. You might be a little bit rusty.
Saved the world 4 times, Mega Man. Oh yeah! Lan, more coming! This is where we're going to explain letter codes, and you can see letter codes from Battle Network 2 going forward. State area grab wide sword.
This is a combo. Do you know what combos are? They're short for combination. Do you know what a combination is?
It's a thing that I have on my luggage that goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I don't think you were supposed to say that out loud. Not to the millions and billions of people that are on the Hipster Snek
Millions.
channel.
Ooh, that's a good joke. Just one left. Let's do it, MegaMan.
I am the funniest. You can learn all about what I do at the Tobo Ditaku, X channel, because I am calling it X instead of Twitter, because I am a contrarian.
Here comes land.
Wait till he opens up his OnlyPugums account.
Oh my.
Well done, Lan. Don't try to counter on every time, but if you can master it, I think you'll find it very effective. It won't work with chips that stop time like area grab. Right chip, right time. Gonna master counter in full synchro, just like I did in the last game, MegaMan.
I don't think you mastered full synchro, but okay.
And technically, he uses full synchro as a story beat, so technically it seems like they have. Excellent. Nice work, Lan. Nice work, MegaMan. Okay, now let's run that errand for Mom. She said the kitchen combo is in the ACDC area too. Let's head out.
You're 100 years too early to call yourself a master, huh?
Oh, sorry, Master. I meant no offense.
I love how the system architecture always changes.
Yeah.
Like, they're like, well, 6 months have passed, we gotta change everything.
I mean, that's kind of how the websites do, though. Wide green road you're standing on is the ACDC area main street. Just follow it, you can't go wrong. Except for all the times where you can. Have you heard of a sub-chip? Yeah.
I'm sorry, guys, one of the sysops just sneezed, and now the entire system is down. Now we need to go around giving, allergy medicine to all the sysops. All 7 of them.
Where are you going? Running there for Mom. Gutsman and Glide are in ACDC area, too. Spot them, why don't you tell them hi? Cool.
Oh, okay, so I'll laugh at you, Glide.
Here comes
He'll be like, please, Mr. MegaMan, why do you have to laugh at me? Just because I don't do anything doesn't mean that you should laugh at me. And then I laugh at him harder.
Good job, Lan.
So, you remember, like, Double Soul? Yeah. This game has it too. But we basically already have the one that we're actually going to use for the entire game's duration.
I don't know, to be perfectly honest, there are certain Double Souls that are useful. Like, I got a lot of use out of Magnet Soul.
That's true. I'm being a little unfair. Some of the souls can be useful. And also, this is the first game where we'll actively be playing as Navis other than MegaMan.
Some viruses.
Does he have a little horn? Am I
Yeah.
seeing that right?
Yes, you are. He does have a little horn and a scarf.
Well, I got the scarf, but I'm like, does he have like a little antenna or horn?
He does, as a matter of fact.
Oh, this is like Star Force.
Yep.
I never actually played the DS version.
Barrier.
Oh boy, don't you want to play Star Force? Don't you want to play Pirate Ninja Battle? Don't you remember the ancient tribes, dinosaurs, pirates, and ninjas?
Yes, the tribes that stopped being friends and thus just died somehow. Let's see.
Hey. Somehow.
What garbage have they loaded my deck with? Ah, Krakow, yes. It's
Yar! Yar! We be no longer friends. The cosmic evil is now my best friend, and you will never betray me, will you, cosmic evil? Yeah.
Nah,
Sure,
bro,
sure.
bro, we're cool.
No, cosmic evil, why did you betray me?
Ah. In retrospect, that was really dumb of you.
Do this.
This was so preventable, yar. Star Force was really dumb.
It kind of was. Basically just Battle Network 0.5. I know it has its fans. Okay, some people have asked me like, oh, when are you gonna, you did a thing about Mega Man X, when are you gonna do Zero? I'm not. When are you gonna do ZX? I'm not. When are you gonna do Legends? I'm not. Guys, they weren't very good. I'm sorry. There's no other.
Clockwork is
going
gonna get Clockwork is going to get mad at you. He really loves the Legends games.
That's unfortunate, because they weren't good. I owned the first one, and it wasn't good, and the weird internet obsession with Tron Bonne is just so unbelievably creepy. MegaMan, that you? Hello, Gutsman. Trading chips with Glide right now. That guy sure gives her Navi some great chips. Hey, Glide.
Yeah, like, give me a second.
Hang on, I'm thinking.
Okay, I got it. Oh, that's right. You can't see me gesticulating. I made like a broad, like shrugging motion.
Hello, MegaMan. What brings you here?
Those are all of his chips that he uses.
Yep, it's just
just to say. Okay, he has all those chips that are the same as PS5 games.
Yeah, PS5 exclusives. Yep. Running an errand for Mom. How kind of you. Yeah, I can learn a thing if you're a nice lad like that. Don't tell her I said that. She definitely can hear you. She's probably holding her PET right now. So I'm gonna let you sort that out on your own.
Meanwhile, I'm sure there's somebody with like a million Funko Pops who's like, oh man, that's a heckin' mistruth there, Butterino. You forgot about, Spooder Minorino.
No one cares. Marvel doesn't care about Spider-Man anymore.
It's Spooder Minorino. He's a heckin' wholesome 100.
Yeah, I hate modern Reddit parlance too.
Frienderino.
Excuse me. Do you belong to
this is why we're friends.
You must be MegaMan Land's Navi. I've heard lots of good things about you from Land's mom. Mom asked me to give this to you. Stew recipe. Heavens, you brought this all this way. I heard Land's mom cooks a wonderful stew. So my operator asked for the recipe. Thanks so much. I can't wait to try the stew recipe. Say hello to Land's mom, will you? Yeah, alright. Okay, then I finished Mom's errand. Now, let's get back to work on your homework. You're kidding, MegaMan? That was Mom's errand. Now it's my time to play on the net. Lan!
Email for you, Lan.
It's from Dad. I'll read it. Lan, please round up everybody and bring them to my lab at Scilab. I have something to show you. Wow, wonder what Dad wants to show us. Guess everybody would be male Dex and Yai. Let's jack out and go round up the crew. Jack out, MegaMan. Roger. Roger, what's our vector, Victor?
Oh no, I meant for you to round up all your villain friends who have really strong navies, not those 3 school I mean, yeah, fine, this'll work, I guess. This'll work.
Fine, I'll work around this.
Good news, everyone!
Gutsman's a great Navi, just not in Dex's hands.
Gutsman, ta-da!
Thank
great Navi.
Look at this. Thank Lan, MegaMan. Not thank you, not thanks. Thank singular Lan, MegaMan.
Okay. I'm gonna steel man this here.
Okay.
You know what it is? Maybe she's like now thinking about Lan, her son. This is kind of like a Jesus moment. So maybe Lan is like their version of God.
As many times as you saved the world, he should at least be a minor deity by now.
Praise the Lord. Thank Lan.
My friend is happy to get the recipe. What? You're going to visit your father? Then have a nice time.
Either that or it is just a giant flub.
Yeah, no.
But I'm over here, huh?
During battle, your emotions turn pink. This is a critical state. Oh, right. There was some microphone functionality, but it's entirely, superfluous, so I'm not going to worry about it at all. I think there's a way to configure the emulator to do it, but I'm not going to do that. I don't care.
Okay. So I'm sure that there's going to be a bit in the dungeon that's coming up that I'm sure they're like, hey, there's a lady over there. We have to yell.
Yeah, thankfully, since the game is modeled after a Game Boy Advance game, that doesn't happen, thankfully. Hey, Mail.
Oh,
Something
that sounds exactly like a thing that the DS would do.
No, it totally is, but that's more of like a Pokemon gimmick than a Battle Network gimmick. Do I want to show you one something at Scilab? Let's go. Sure, but I have to get ready before I go. Let's meet in 30 minutes in front of Metroline Station. See you then. Oh, don't you guys know you could also just, make a game where you can blow on your waifu's face. That won't be creepy at all.
hey, she's sweaty after she, took a bath, and now she's sleeping because she was sweaty. You need to blow on her face.
Nothing creepy about this.
Your butler, who's like a 70-year-old man, is sweaty because you have to blow on his face. I'm like, hesitant. Fire Emblem Fates was
something. Like, it had good ideas. It wasn't like it was a mechanically terrible game or anything. Just the skinship bit was super, super weird.
Okay, alright. I liked the entire, making your own little fortress was cool. That was cool.
Yeah.
I also liked the, well, I'm gonna be real. I liked Camilla.
Everyone likes Camilla.
Yes. If I recall correctly, your girlfriend at the time, was like, "Oh, Camilla," and you were like, "Wow, okay, I didn't."
That is the power of Camilla. Yes.
And the one werewolf guy, I forget his name.
Oh,
Which,
I know who you're talking about. Because in the final story, I made him BFFs with the Fox guy.
I did a male and female run, and I actually, married him with Femcorin, and it was really, really cute. Especially because Valor, his daughter, and the Corin Dateru, basically, she's like, I'm your big sister, and I'm going to take care of you, even though, you're really annoying, but... And it's like, aw, that's really cute, how she's just kind of like,
being the big sis.
Yeah, she just kind of does the big sis, like, I'm gonna be really huffy, but,
Dad wants to show everybody something at Scilab. Let's go. That sounds totally cool. In 30 minutes. You betcha. See you then.
So anyways, as I was saying, I found these ancient Hawaiian lion men mummies.
Yeah, it was really good.
Dad, why? Dad, why?
Dad, no. More like, Dad, yes.
I'm gonna activate them by putting them in this secret, purification chamber. What can go wrong?
Dad, you have not thought this through.
Well, maybe I have thought it through, son. Have you ever thought about that?
Yes.
Some people just want to watch the world burn. You ever thought about that?
Yes, Dad. That's what worries me the most.
Some people want to watch the world burn just to see what it would look like. Those people are called scientists, son. You ever consider that maybe I am a scientist?
Well, I mean, technically you're a computer technician.
I am many things, son. I am many things to many people, which is why the president always comes to me and is like, Dr. Hikari, you need to save the world! And I'm like, again?
No, Dad, that's what they do to me. You just happen to be nearby whenever it happens.
You're right, son, because I'm too busy doing things like, but what if I have baby and I implant dinosaur DNA in baby?
Definitely nothing bad will happen.
Oh no, something bad has happened. Something awful has happened. And now the baby dinosaur is hacking onto the internet for some reason.
Database.
Battle Network 7 coming soon.
Okay. Gotta get used to this interface, so let's get rid of the garbage first. We'll take some Mark cannons. These are decent.
I forget, who is the cursor navi for this one?
Searchman.
Oh, okay. So we actually get, someone who isn't a gigantic clown stereotype for Sharo.
Yes. Yeah, the interface in this is a little weird because it has to accommodate both controller and touchscreen inputs, but get rid of the L's.
You know, this is one of those times where like technology goes forward a huge amount, but people don't really know what to do with it. A lot of DS games were like this. Like, I love The World Ends With You, but the entire like trying to control both people with the touch screen and the control pad.
Yeah, it's a
really
lot.
annoying. I think it's a good game, and you kind of get used to it, but it is not intuitive.
If it isn't land, what brings you here? Demonstrate everybody, something at Scilab. Let's go. Sounds fascinating. Time to get ready. Lady can't just rush off without getting prepared for the next 5 hours. Let's meet in 30 minutes. Very well. See you then.
Did you anticipate that?
No, that was actually a coincidence. I have actually not played this game in a very long time, but thankfully I remember Battle Network 5 better than I remember Battle Network 4.
Well, I mean, because 4 and 5 basically are the most Battle Network that Battle Network gets.
That's true facts.
Honestly, they could have ended it after 5, and I would have been like, well, I mean, what else are you going to do? You're definitely not going to do something stupid like, go, it's time for us to move, Lan. We have to go to another place now.
You have to basically start all over again for something that absolutely didn't need it, but they were just trying to write Dex guy and male out of the story, basically.
Oh, and by the way, there's also a situation where your dad is put on trial by a tree, and he's like, well, it's a fair cop. I have done a lot of war crimes you're aware of.
To be fair, there were a lot of war crimes committed in the name of science.
Dad, you have to stop. Have you ever considered... No, son. Dad, why?
Son, have you ever considered that, in the grand scheme of things, a few war crimes is a pittance to pay for the march of progress? What I'm saying, son, is that the ends justify the means.
I think Ian Malcolm was correct when he was like, maybe you should, you were thinking too much about the fact that you could make a dinosaur internet baby, and rather that whether or not you should make a dinosaur internet baby.
Look, I made an internet dinosaur baby.
Dad, why?
Seemed like a good idea at the time. I also made ones out of ninjas and berserkers.
Ah, yes, the ancient ninjas and berserkers.
Sorry to keep you waiting. Where's Dex? Not here yet. He's got a lot of nerve. I don't have time to wait around for slackers. Don't worry, yeah, he'll be here any second. Wonder why your dad asked all of us to come. I actually have no idea. When Dad wants to show something to everybody, you can bet that it's something far out. Whoa! Sorry, dudes. I was having so much fun doing Gutsman's maintenance. I forgot to leave on time. Yeah, see, this is one of those moments that really heavily implies that Dex is way smarter than he lets on. Like, it's been mentioned throughout the series that he has, like, a love of chess and other complicated games, and, like, is way smarter. The thing is, like, he's just not applying himself, basically. Download a personal planner, Dex. Now, we're all here. Let's go see the big surprise. Yeah, Mill's right. Follow me, everybody.
Are you saying that he's actually, a really, really gentle, really, really smart little dude, except that, him being big and probably also being foreign means that, he's being bullied in an incredibly homogenous society?
Almost certainly, yes. It's been a while. I mean, really, if you get down to it, I like Topia as kind of an ethno-state. That's good.
Kind of.
I mean, it is. It is. End of statement. How's your dad? He hasn't been at home much recently, right? After the whole kidnapping thing, said he wanted to put in a few more hours at work. Something about coping mechanisms. Yeah, we got at Scilab, that beautiful part. Maybe I'll get my job and apply to Scilab. Check out some of my sub-chips. No.
You want some of my sub-chips there, kid?
Read the Scilab.
Why do you smell like skunks and, like, ozone?
I'd like to wear lab coats and hang out here. Oh, at least he's honest.
Ah, yes, I too wanted to join the pharmacist convention.
A platypus?
Bury the platypus!
Monument is simple. The chip signifies happiness, grief, and the potential the future holds. Fine piece of work. Modern art is garbage.
Oh, here I was thinking that they just had a bunch of Game Boys. I mean, look at them. They look like old Game Boys.
They do. Heard a cruise ship's coming to the harbor over yonder. Wonder how much longer it'll be. Can't wait. Ah, you're from my neck of the woods if you're using yonder unironically. This is Scilab.
Over yonder, and y'all come back out here.
The Scilab logo looks like the Subway logo. Just saying.
Scan fresh. Yeah, it kind of does. Of course, this was before they changed it like that.
I think so, yes. The hour is upon us. Begin the operation. The apparent counter-operation.
Yes, Operation Taco. Begin!
I make sure nobody suspicious gets past here. I know you. You're Dr. Hikari's boy. You're free to go on ahead. You'll just sneak in and steal his ID badge again if I don't, anyway.
No. You're pretty suspicious.
He kind of is, though. Lan does all sorts of illegal stuff.
Welcome to Subway Lab.
Subway Lab. Think fresh. Cutting edge Topia technology is developed here. Cutting edge, what a wonderful ring that phrase has.
Jacket, MegaMan, execute.
That voice is a little hardcore for a loser like Lan, I'm just going to be honest. I mean, Mark Gatha, you are too cool.
This port terminal was, improved with the aid of Kyosher! Oh, everyone, we also need to bully the professor for the fact that he has had a burning Gundam model that he has not made.
For years! I've had it in the box for literal years.
For like 3 years.
I need to sit down and build him.
And yeah, the entire thing is I got some more Gunpla the other day, and I'm like, man, I can't wait to build this. And then the professor's like, I have one that I haven't made. And I'm like, wait, you still haven't made your burning Gundam? He's like, yeah. So, shame him. Everybody, shame him!
Okay, go to the comments and shame me real quick. We got all the free stuff.
I'm just gonna say, I'm going to shame you on X if if I make my double X before you finish your burning Gundam.
Fair enough.
I'm not even gonna say, like all of them, because I got like 3, but if, I'm able to finish my double X before then.
Yeah, no, I'll accept that. Welcome to Scilab. Dr. Hikari's lab is up the stairs or the elevator. I didn't talk to you twice. Shush.
Okay, you're not gonna harass me, are you? Welcome to Scilab! Oh, no!
This is Scilab. Very cool. I mean, the band company that makes PET parts, but he was supposed to be here a while ago. This rate, the 2 cups of coffee I made will cool off. Whatever could be the matter. My salesmen were coming to sell PET parts. I'm scheduled to meet somebody here, but they're late. I'm on my 5th cup of coffee for crying out loud. Sheesh. So your terminal Scilabs has worked on. The amount of work concentrated here is mind-blowing. Vending machine.
Is that a there at the top?
It kind of looks
Top
like
middle.
it. I think so.
Yeah, and it looks like a GameCube down at the bottom, too.
Yeah. No, there's lots of little...
And that's just a Roomba. Middle right, that's just a Roomba.
No, you're right. The middle right is just a Roomba. Jeez. Hey, Dad, we're breaking into your lab again. I do this every other week.
Silly son, you're not breaking in. It's not breaking in if I tell you to come.
Oh, that's a fair point. You're here, Lan. Did you bring everyone along with you? Yep. Alright, everybody, come on inside. Oh, actually, I was meaning like the talented net battlers you knew, but I guess these 3 schlubs will do.
I mean, like, Tomiko, Sal, that Captain Beef guy, he's pretty cool.
No one wants Sharkman in the game again. Literally no one. Great, you're all here. The reason why I've asked you all here today is to show you something very special. Something very special. A program I found while I was going through some old documents.
Oh lord, are we actually going to make Pharaohman canon?
Forgot my ID card. Oh boy, gotta love to see secure Scilab computers. Can't do a thing about my ID card anymore. So you have a CAC, basically. Would you please get my ID? It's in my desk drawer. You would steal it anyway. Yeah, I totally would. Excuse me while I go steal
Now,
my dad's
remember,
ID for the 5th time.
Remember, do not copy my ID card using your custom PET. Do not copy
Hey,
your
Dad,
custom
I'm just gonna copy your ID with my custom PET real quick.
Okay, now just don't do that, but alright, just bring it to me.
Which drawer is it? Big one in
You
the middle.
know,
Thanks, Dad.
he just said,
The confirm ID screen isn't coming up. It worked fine
I'm
yesterday.
covering, I'm holding my head in my hands. He's like, which one is it? He just said, Lan, I think you have brain damage. I don't know how to tell you
As
this.
many times as Lan has been physically assaulted, that is not outside the realm of possibility. A group of nabbies has infiltrated the net and has occupied several areas. Hey, who are you? Ah! And it's been occupied. You also notice the DS version has a few new facial portraits that do not appear in the GBA versions. What's happening?
Oh no, I'm very concerned.
You can tell because I furrowed my eyebrows. What's that? What?
What's that?
Stand back from it! It's a bomb! Oh god, this is why I wanted Lan to bring the competent net battlers! Sure. Sleeping gas. What in blazes is going on here? Bonk. Lan! Wake up, Lan! Dad, everybody. Everybody. Everybody.
Yes,
Oh, hail,
we-
shocker!
Yes, we of the Home Star Me have come to claim Dr. Hikari.
Confirmed.
Do you has? Do you has? You do not has.
It's now safe to enter. Dun dun!
Gutspad's ass.
Well, Dr. Hikari, now I've grown a mustache and villainous beard. Take
You
it
thought
away.
I was dead, but I'm in fact not dead.
You fell off like a 30-story platform. Like, how?
Well, you see,
My best friends.
how did I survive?
Confiscate their PETs. Without them, they'll be helpless anyway. Yes, sir. Steal their smartphones. That will render them completely inert in this generation.
Now they won't be able to go onto TikTok and learn the latest dance trends, and then they'll be ostracized, and it will cause social tearing, and the youth will be at loss. And because the youth will be at loss, then the elders will be at loss too, and it will cause complete societal collapse.
I wonder why Lan isn't here. No matter. Job is done. We have no time to look around a singular dividing wall. Let us be gone. Yes, sir.
In fact, honestly, okay, you see the two soldiers?
Yeah?
Where the right soldier had been, he would have seen land.
He would have easily been able to see Lan unless the mask cut off his entire peripheral vision.
Unless he literally had blinders on, he would have seen land through his peripheral vision, yeah.
Yeah.
Which just goes to show you that Dr. Regal really is his own worst enemy.
He is, and it's entirely possible that the lackeys saw Lan and didn't say anything because he was just like, I could say something, but I don't get paid enough for this.
Oh, you know what it could also have been?
What's that?
They didn't know what land looks like. Dr. Regal
Never told them what Lan looks like.
never actually showed them a picture of what land looked like.
He's like, oh, it's just some kid. Who cares? He can't possibly be the one we're after. Thank goodness you come too. I was worried sick. You've been asleep for 3 days. 3 days? Right, last thing I remember was the sleeping gas. Wait, what about Dad? Is he alright? Dad kidnapped by Dr. Regal? So that wasn't a bad dream. I gotta rescue him. Lan, you must stay in bed. Mom! Lan, do as I tell you. Mom, you need to stay in bed. I can jack in from bed. This thing has an IR reader. I don't need to plug in directly. Am I making myself clear?
Oh, don't worry. Mom.exe will be on the patrol, and she'll know.
I was very worried about you. Not to mention Dad. I know, but we gotta go rescue Dad. With Mom all worried, I'll have to stay here for now. I'm here in my room. Let's see what info I can gather. Right. By the way, what happened to Mail and the others? Everybody woke up before you, Lan. They're at home recovering. Everyone's upset about losing their PET. Right. For everybody's sake, I've got to search for data.
Oh no, all I can do is the default dance, but everyone else has moved on to the next dance craze. What will I do?
Heard a message about some group taking over the net. What was that all about? I'm worried about that too. Let's check out the net. I'll be able to find some clues that lead to Dad. Let's do it!
MegaMan, execute.
I love how you go through puberty just to say one thing, man.
Well, he says like 3 or 4 things. Interest of fairness.
Alright guys, jack in, MegaMan, execute! Whoa! Whoa, lad! Whoa.
That was really weird, am I right? What?
Okay guys, this is what happens when they open up a portal to Twitter.
I guess
Just
it's
a
worse
pure-
if they open it to Reddit.
Mitigated hatred and discontent just seeps into everything.
Yep, things really changed. Just what's going on? MegaMan, let's forge ahead. If we're lucky, we'll find some clues. Anything could happen here, so stay on guard. Roger. You got clearance, Clarence.
What's your vector, Victor?
Movies that could not be made for 400, Alex.
What is Blazing Saddles? Young Frankenstein.
Ain't that the truth?
History of the World Part 1.
Not bad, lad.
See, I'll say this. People who are like, we need Spaceballs too! It's like, no, you don't.
Of all the Mel Brooks films that ended, like, Spaceballs has probably the tightest ending of any of the movies he's ever done.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there is no sequel hook to be found.
It's not even a jokey joke thing like in History of the World Part 1 where he's like, Hitler on ice and Jews in space! You know, no. No. It's pretty... I mean, John Candy is dead.
Yeah, and Rick Moranis retired.
Yeah.
Neville's in charge of this area now. You know what we do with nabbies who waltz into our areas? Delete them! Oh man, those viruses are terrifying. Whatever shall I do?
Call an ambulance, but not for me!
Prepare 3 coffins.
Whoever said, whoever goes for revenge needs to, dig 2 graves. I am gonna kill way more than 2 people.
Not bad, lad.
Seems
Well,
I've underestimated you. Thought your nabbies of your caliber were gone. But not fooling around. I'll show you my true power. Fine. Time for headquarters to recall me. What, the scientist kidnapped from Scilab is awakened? The scientist kidnapped from Scilab? You know my dad. Where have you taken him? You're the son of that scientist. Well, don't expect to be seeing him anytime soon. We'll be borrowing him until our plan comes to fruition. That's right. We're going to tie him to a chair and force him to watch Toho Project fan videos.
No, even worse. Now we're going to take Dr. Hikari. See, observe as we put pineapple on pizza. Look how evil we are. Doesn't that make you mad? Meh. What?
That's not the worst idea I can come up with. Honestly, anchovies would be much more offensive.
No, if you want to really be bad, you gotta add babies. Babies? Yeah, babies.
Yeah, no.
Background babies.
Yeah, no.
What is wrong with you, Dr. Hikari? What is wrong with
Why
you?
is it always babies with you, man? If only this door
Dude,
was open. You break it with a Mega Buster? The door is laced with a terrible dark power. Buster's powerless against it. Ah, that power is powerless in our presence. I'll have to think of something else. Yeah, at least we know where that data is being held somewhere. We kinda already had that understanding. It's from Scilab, I'll read it. Newsflash, Scilab main system was infiltrated. Invader must be stopped immediately before Scilab is taken over. Wow, this is the work of Nebula? They're always up to no good. MegaMan, let's go. You have to leave without Mom knowing why we're going. Right, we don't need to worry Mom any further. Let's think of a good excuse. I'm out to save kitten from tree.
Camping trip to remote island.
No, that's later in the game.
Is it?
Yes.
Oh, is that the next one?
I think it is. Must take things easy for a while. I'm fine, Mom. Dex invited me to play, which sounded kind of fun. Can I go? Just promise me one thing. You'll absolutely not go anywhere dangerous immediately. Of course, Mom. Forgive me, Mom. Goodbye.
Oh my goodness, my pants seem to have combusted.
Mail's here. She doesn't look good.
I don't know why that happened.
What a strange thing to have happen. Thank goodness you come too. What am I doing here? I think he means what are you doing here? When I stay inside, it makes me sad.
You don't go up to someone who, is doing something suspicious and go, what am I doing here?
What am I doing? I don't know. What are you doing here, Len? I decided to go out and touch grass. Just in case something strange happens, keep this with you as an amulet. Roll R.
Don't you know, the Elden Tree DLC is coming out here, and the internet says I need to touch grass. So that's what I'm doing.
Seems legit.
Mel, why are you crying? I've never even played Elden Ring.
Oh, that's harsh. Let's get rid of one of these excessive number of sword chips that we have.
I only play farming games. Like Animal Crossing.
Oh,
or
like Rune Factory?
Rune Factory.
No, I lied. I only play Stardew Valley. Oh, so you're a normie then, Lan said, dejected.
Eh.
You can't just your way out of everything. Sure, it's quiet. We're finished.
Oh, I thought you were from Sharo.
The main system controls are completely out. What do we do now?
Wait,
shouldn't just yell that in a public place where everyone can hear you.
Wait a second. Isn't this like the computer system that basically controls everything in the country, including like earthquake control?
Yeah, this was the same mother computer that Shadow Man attacked in Battle Network 2. Main system's right upstairs. But the guy said it sounds like big trouble. Let's go, Mega Man.
See, this is what happens when you have continuity, and you just decide to have continuity when you feel like it, and when you don't.
System Dad built. It's faster than anything inside lab. Powerful security limits who can operate it. Wait, I have an idea! We can steal Dad's ID! Dad said, there it is! I finally found it! 3 days later! It's like getting the garden shears in 7th Dragon and failing to deliver them before the 3-year time skip.
Lan, I don't know how to tell you this, but I think that radiation that that huge amount of radiation may have affected your brain. What are you talking about?
I don't know what you're talking about, Dad.
Between all the radiation and the violent blunt force trauma that just seems to always hit your head.
Yeah, and like all the death traps you narrowly avoid. Sorry, Dad, I'm looking for any free data that's laying around in your computer. Don't mind me.
Son, you never actually downloaded a legit copy of WinRAR, so you can't take my zip disk.
Yeah, joke's on you, Dad. I use 7-zip.
Nani? Here, son. I'll have a little bit of RAM for you, just a little bit, that I got off downloadram.com.
Dad, why? You should know better.
No, you see, son, I actually hacked them. They thought they were going to give me a Trojan, but I stole all their details.
It's like the guys who get called by those scam hackers and then they end up hacking the hackers' computers.
Yes.
There is a certain amount of schadenfreude that accompanies that kind of thing.
I was legit wondering if that's what you were going to do when Clockwork was playing a Decker. You were going to have some old granny that's like, all right, Sonny, but I'm going to need your credit card
Actually,
information.
yes. There was going to be a hacker battle against a hacker known as the Silver Fox. And the whole thing is that he was actually a 90-year-old dude who was just spends all his time online. I'm going to pause here so I can explain. There was a bit during the museum raid, and he goes to the main security room, which is, what a hacker would do. The door opens, and a freaking golden retriever walks out and says to him, "Seek the man with hair like fire. Your spirit animal is dog. He will show you the way." And then it just walks off. And what does Clockwork do? He shrugs his shoulders and just goes on like nothing just happened. He just ignored it completely. I was setting up this huge thing for him, and he just walked right past it. Why is it deserted? You're right, that is strange. We gotta find whoever infiltrated the main system. Send me into the main system. Got it. It's literally just waltzed right past the thing I custom made for him and just went about his day. Like, dude, meet me halfway here. Come on. Being the GM is suffering. Find the navies that invaded.
Yes, I am aware, said the other forever GM.
Like, I had this whole thing where he was going to meet Jake Armitage, and he was, like, actually going to get really mixed up. What to do? The backup data is fragmented. Data must be restored to continue in this direction. Could you please reorganize the data? Changing the data is harder than it looks. It's heavy. You'll lend to the helping hand, right? No problem. I knew you wouldn't let me down. Let me explain the reconfigure. Restoring the data is the only way. Data is saved in those blocks. Press A to remove the data. You can switch the data within the data in another block, or insert the data into an empty block. You can only move data a limited number of times. To make more moves than allowed, you'll activate the security system, so be careful! I'll tell you the correct order for this data. Data is ordered according to number. The number for the data on the left is the days in a week. The middle data is half of the months in a year. And the number on the right is opposite 5 on a die. If you forget, ask me again. That's an annoying time for you to start attacking me, but you know what? Whatever, life goes on.
I just gotta say that, I'm sure there's some European there who's like, and then you have to do it the exact, precise, correct way of doing a date. And also the precise, correct way of doing mass. And the precise, correct way of being on a road.
I'm just saying, the weird, the European obsession with, oh, you have to format dates a very particular way is one of the most asinine things I've ever seen. It's like,
and,
you guys know that your system is no more correct than ours is. Every measurement is arbitrary.
It's just funny to me, though, that then they get so mad when they're like, why are you guys so upset that we're literally on fire because it's 75 degrees outside? Like, why aren't you, going, oh, you poor babies, when you're like, lol, lamau, you're on fire.
I have a heat Sneckberg has a heat index of 115. I don't care about your suffering in the remotest.
Also, we have air conditioning. You're not, like, oh, yes, we have to pay 80%, tax. And also, we can't have air conditioning because of, the air conditioning wars of 1748. When, the Count of Grape von Upton had to fight, Marquis von, Dingleberry for the battle of Ham Hawk in order to determine whether or not, air conditioning or farting at each other would be the, preferable way of, cooling oneself off. And don't you know, the Marquis of Ham Hawk, defeated the other guy that I forgot his name.
I've already forgotten his name, but it's okay. He wasn't that important.
No, he died. He died. He got his uvula infected, and he died.
Cool. Hashtag relatable. Like, subscribe. Did this make you cry every time?
Yes. So, don't be like that other guy. Be like the Marquis Hamhawk. Wait, no. The Marquis No, hold on.
Ham Hawk was the bad guy. Damn it, I'm getting mixed up.
You just completely dropped the ball on your own story.
Anyways, what I guess what I'm saying is air conditioning is awesome, and you know, Europeans who try to convince me otherwise are wrong.
Oh.
Yeah. But there's no quitter.
Thankfully, there's an easier solution to this problem than what the one that the Mr. Prague gives you. Is you could literally just spell out the word nap, and you can just ignore his explanation beyond that.
You know, I have a confession to make, Professor.
What's that?
I literally blocked this out of my memory. I legit thought that I guess the next segment was the segment that we had to do now.
Oh, no.
Way to go.
So this is a bit early.
This just left so little of an impression on me, I guess, that I just forgot about it.
This dungeon is pretty underwhelming, so don't feel too bad.
I mean, as opposed to in Battle Network 6, which had the aquarium. The aquarium actually was, like, really, really cool.
Oh, no, I agree.
But, yeah. Of course, that could also be because I really like aquariums. I don't know, I think they're neat.
We're now imagining a Pugum just walking into an aquarium.
I've been to a few of them. I think they're neat.
They are.
Let's bust some viruses.
So yeah, you can just imagine a Pugum being like, I think that fish are neat. Because they are. Fish are neat.
They are. Many of them are also
Good
delicious.
job, lad.
Yeah, I will, agree with you on that one. Now, people who are like, underwater bugs are delicious, and I think we should, cook them. I would disagree with you. But, go and shine on, you crazy diamond.
Let's bust some viruses.
If that's what you want to do, more power to you.
I'm just saying, crab is delicious.
Crab is also a water bug.
But shrimp are also delicious.
Shrimp
Lobster
are-
is also delicious.
Those are all underwater bugs.
Yes, they are delicious. You also, they're also not technically bugs either.
Let's bust some
I know, but it makes you mad when I say that they are bugs, so...
Fair enough. That is the Pugum way, after all.
Phew!
Tui.
I own a Gatling for self-defense.
Just like the Founding Fathers intended. 4 animals. Dog, cat, owl, rat. Which one does not belong? Just want you guys to think about it. Even I don't know the answer. What a conundrum. Data for an animal you found in tar. Do you think it's referring to the La Brea tar pits? I don't know what to do. It's a mystery. I guess maybe we will never know. We will certainly never have the answer to this mystery. It will forever... No, guys, it's a VTuber reference.
It's a Pokemon mystery dungeon.
I really don't like those games.
Honestly, I have no strong feelings on them either way. I've never honestly played them.
I played, like, the first 2 sets, and, like, every time I start, and I'm like, oh, this is kind of neat, and then it just becomes... That is my will to live leaving my body.
Oh, not you just grunting.
Oh, it's also that. I need some help. Part of my database has been corrupted, and now I can't recall the place this is describing. The platform for getting on or off ships. All I know is it starts with D. D's chips.
This is
Part
nuts.
of my place database has been corrupted. What's this place starting with an H? The ship's interior corridor. Gee, it's a mystery. We will never, ever find out. I can see why, you know, Scilab gets hacked every other week if this is its idea of national defense. Hand over your cheeseburgers, fat boy.
Oh no!
Not bad.
Oh look! Hamburger alerts! The ASMR police!
Wait.
It's Dock and Hall.
No, I know. Like, oh, I'm thinking of the wrong stupid words. I'm an idiot. I'm thinking hull with a U, but that is the exterior part.
That's the actual
Let's bust some viruses.
bit that's in the water, yes. They're thinking of like what an actual structure interior within the interior would be. I don't know, it's weird. Ah yes, everyone knows that you need to shoot cacti in order to make them go away, which is why Texas has no cacti in it.
Of course, obviously.
Not that I, you know, saw some like every single day I was in Texas when I lived there.
Yeah.
Not that, you know, me and you know, Armando the armadillo were there, and he was, you know, like, hola, senor, and I'm like, hey, Armando, how you doing?
Ah, you know, another day, another dollar.
Real talk time, there was actually an armadillo that, like, chilled out on my street. And I thought it was kind of cool. I never actually was, like, next to him, because you don't go next to armadillos. They have leprosy.
They have the bacteria that causes leprosy, legit. Which is why if you ever interact with one, you want to wash your hands very thoroughly.
Yes, they actually are really fascinating creatures, and one of the problems with them is that their body temperature is so low that it actually causes them to just cultivate this leprosy bacteria naturally.
Oh, I found the Pugum of Mr. Progs here. Even if I knew the answer, I'd rather see you struggle. I'll give you a hint. The mother had one child, but 10 of these were born. Any ideas? Idiot. Part of your body
Ears.
can you hop
It's
with
ears.
make music.
10 ears.
Obviously. Yeah, obviously it's ears. Pugums have 10 ears. That's science.
Let's do it, lad.
Throw your head at me. I dare you. It would have been really embarrassing if I made that threat and then managed to fail to follow up on it. I need to remember to keep my taunting in line.
Give me a cheeseburgers, fat boy.
Okay. I know the first one's hip. I forget what that one is. Body part that goes with fire, band, and over. Wait, what? Fire, band, and over.
How many letters is it?
I think they're all 3. I heard that people always wrestle with this answer. I wonder if that's another clue.
Oh,
Oh,
arm.
yep. It's arm, it's hip, and what was your hint again? Mother had one child, but 10 were born.
It's toes.
So
Toes.
2 of them are bigger than the rest. Yeah, they give you another hint if you talk to them again.
It's, what about those foot plows? Am I right, fellas?
No one's gonna get that joke. Alright, that trick's not gonna work. Oh yeah,
That's a thing that you didn't decide to mock.
because you would have had a lot of, humble pie to eat.
That is true.
Not bad, lad.
Not bad. That humble pie was not bad.
You're in the way, Mr. Prague. You're slowing me down.
No, these viruses are slowing you down.
Fair point.
Let's bust some viruses.
Whoops.
I got punched.
Well, turnabout's fair play and all that. Thankfully, that chip requires absolutely no aiming. It's actually a little OP, I'll be honest. Which is why I'm going to put a whole bunch into my deck.
It doesn't get really stupid, though. Not like air hockey.
Yeah, air hockey was so ridiculous that I think it actually shows up in-game as a mega chip. So you can't just load your deck with air hockeys and completely destroy dudes.
Not anymore, anyway.
Yeah. Security door that looks hard to open. Oh, right, at the push button.
Unfortunately, this is not hacker's memory where you can just punch the seat up on the walls.
Punch my way through the wall.
As Kaiser Leon pointed out, like, punch, I'm in.
Yeah, basically.
Which I think we've actually made that joke, too.
Oh, we have. No doubt about that.
Congratulations, you have destroyed all cacti forever. We, at the state of American Texas, would like to thank you, Ryan.
You know, I saw a thing, there was a, I forgot that. Oh, that makes water. That makes water, I don't want that. I think it was the guy who made Cookie Clicker took a vacation in the United States and made an aside about, like, when you're in Texas, they really, really, really want you to know that you are in Texas. And I'm like, correct. I thought I had another cactus. Do I not?
I'm pretty sure that was Setsuri.
Was it? No, I'm in sets. I could
Yeah.
be misremembering. It's been a while, and I don't really check the Hipster Snek blur very much, if at all. But he made some kind of a comment. It's like I can see like 3 American flags from my hotel room. I'm like, yeah, that checks out.
I mean, that's just America in general. That's not just a Texan thing. Although Texas really does love the fact they're like, gosh, technology wins. I love being in Texas. It's like, yeah, I get that.
Yes.
Not bad, lad.
Oh boy, it's a spreader chip. Everyone loves those.
Spreader, but I barely know her.
It's like every time I play Mega Man X8 with Cog, I would do the same dumb joke about Layer. I just met her. Hey, he was just like, hate you so much.
This is the reason why you don't have a girlfriend, Professor.
Uh-oh.
Except you're not a professor yet. You haven't gone through your monster studies doctorate.
I have not argued my paper. No.
Monster Farm 3 is a bad game, and you should feel bad for liking it. I don't know if we should accept this.
What am I to do?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
What's wrong? That's amazing. I have the same lock on my luggage. I hardly bear to say. I was told to come reorder the data, but the data orders to get my memory bank. Tried to contact the person who asked me. He's not answering my pages. Oh, he has a pager. Oof. And I just don't know what to do. So... He's right, Len. What do we do? We can't proceed. I'll find the person who gave the order. You're forgetting nobody's at Scilab. You're right. Wait. Hold on. The person who gave the order, he is a meticulous note-taker. Perhaps he has it written down somewhere. He's a subordinate of Dr. Hikari. There may be a note where Dr. Hikari might go.
That is such a bad idea to have.
Yeah, you get that, Lan? Sure did. I'll have your memo in no time. Sit tight, MegaMan.
Thanks, MegaMan. I mean, MegaMan.
If you find a source of the energy resources and immediately MegaMan.
When you find that video, you'll find Nocto Wiley. Okay, so once again, ladies and gentlemen, we need to bully the professor until he does a Snek plays Mega Man 8.
The Wily levels are impossible. I don't wanna. Don't wanna. 53214. 53214.
What's the 53214?
That's a good question.
It's what, comes before a 53215, obviously.
There you go, idiot. I fixed it for you. Alright, let's do this. After that and Curiosity killed the CAT, I see why Scilab gets hacked every other Thursday. Control panel for the main system is this way.
Oh, but I thought it was Curiosity kills the fat. Jane Fonda was very curious.
I think they'll do it here too. Be careful, Mega Man. I will. Here goes nothing. What dastardly fiend could do this? Nobody home?
It's me, the monkey and the pigeon.
Don't let your guard down, Mega Man. Okay.
Stupid costume pigeon girl.
Nice work, Mega Man. You too, Lan. Who's that? Show yourself. You can't be. What are you doing here, ProtoMan? Oh, you're on an official mission. Fortunately, you're wrong. I'm here to fight you. ProtoMan, wait. That I cannot do. Here he comes, Lan.
That I cannot do. You know what I've kind of imagined him always speaking like?
What's that?
I kind of speaking him with, like the William Shatner just pauses in his speaking.
That I cannot do.
That I cannot do. Why'd you stop?
Stop punching you. No, I'm sorry, I can't do that either. Wait, what? Ah!
Hey, you're wearing sunglasses. How about I put a little light in your life?
Sorry. I'm not, Flash Man, who was in the trash can.
Like yesterday's tomatoes.
Because I put him there. Because I'm ProtoMan, the strongestest and bestest Navi.
You know that shield that you keep using every time you fight? It doesn't protect you from Gundel Soul because it's a drain damage. I hate you so much sometimes. What are you after anyway?
You passed the test.
Congratulations, Mega Man. You passed. Passed? What's going on? And where's the Navi that infiltrated Scilab? Chad will give you the full story. Check out and proceed to the innermost room. I'm going a little more Christopher Walken and a little less Shatner than I meant. Blazes is going on in here. Now you sound like a 70-year-old man, Mega Man. Should find out.
What in blazes? No, he has not said what in tarnation yet, so.
That's true. That's true. He hasn't completely gone old man yet.
Now, can I just say, Twitter, just because you say y'all does not make you Southern, okay? You are culturally appropriating the professor's culture.
That's correct.
Not my culture.
What are you standing around for? Come with me.
But you're culturally appropriating the culture. The culture.
Chad, what are you doing here? Now that broke into the main system, was that... Looks like you're a bit confused. Let me explain just a little what's going on. You know what's happening on the net, right? Yeah. In response, we're forming a team of net navies to defeat the evil organization that's occupying the net and free cyberspace from its grasp. To keep the enemy from catching on to our plan, we're scouting for team members in secrecy. You mean the whole thing was just... That's right. The infiltration of the main system was a test that determined whether you were fit for the team. I saved the world 4 times! Why are you people still testing me? You passed. Land, MegaMan, join our team.
We are going to be the resistance to the rebellion that's rising on the internet.
You don't want to save your father. Dad, do you know what's happened to my dad? I'll just say it again. Join our team. Together we can defeat Nebula, the Dark Chip Syndicate, which kidnapped your father, Nebula. The person who kidnapped Dad is Dr. Regal, the mad scientist and leader of Nebula, even though there's literally no reason you shouldn't already know this. With him involved, you bet a nasty plot is brewing.
John, I just have to ask.
What's that?
Don't you think that being the resistance to the rebellion is going to be, like, needlessly complicated?
What are you talking about? It makes perfect sense. We're resisting the rebellion.
I mean, I get that, but it just, in the minds of most people, they're going to be like, yeah, but, I mean, the resistance and the rebellion, aren't those the same thing?
Okay, it's decided. We're the resistance to the rebellion.
No!
What are you going to do?
I'm going to write a sternly worded letter about this and complain about our bad name.
Don't worry, I'll get back to you in the letter by the end of the month. I work for the government. I don't have to do that.
That quickly.
Oh, man, you guys are really speeding up the process. Just watch this. Ching. That does it. Back at you. It's been returned. Looks the same. Nothing's changed. You'll understand soon enough. In this moment, you're officially a member of ProtoMan's Anti-Nebula Corps, the Resistance. There's little time for formality.
ProtoMan's Anti-Nebula. I'm part of the ProtoMan Liberation Anti-Nebula Corps. I'm part of Plank.
Plank. Join the Liberation Mission. Liberation Mission? Yes, it's actually a mechanic that's really good, but people on the internet cried like babies about in 2004. Fear and suffocating grasp.
Seriously crying.
They're just like, it's so bad. I'm like, what are you talking about? It was super well executed. You guys just suck at the game.
Yeah, honestly. I mean, yeah, it's kind of hard to adjust to, but once you get used to it, and honestly, it's really, really interesting to see, like, once you do get used to it, like, how fast you can liberate certain areas.
Yeah, it's actually a really interesting way to challenge the player in a new way, without doing something stupid like Battle Network 4's repeat playthroughs.
Yeah, but you see, I love the repeat playthroughs!
Said no one ever.
No, you don't understand. These are the same people that thought that Mother 3 was good.
Fair point.
And this is coming from someone who actually had a higher estimation of the game than you did.
The next day.
Hey guys, I know that we stopped the evil monster that, brainwashed my, little brother, and we stopped them and prevented them from destroying the world. I know what we're gonna do.
Destroy the world anyway.
To destroy the world. Why? Why, Lucas? Why did you do that? I want to join Smash Brothers!
Everyone is dead, and it's all thanks to you. And we're going to put the onus on the player, even though if you say no both times, the game makes you do it anyway. ACDC Area 3 Liberation Mission.
Understand. This is a deep and nuanced take on society.
No, it's Shigesata Itoi having a midlife crisis. You're in charge of Navi operation. You're not going to fight with me. Nebula's blocked standard access to the area slated for liberation. Only one person can operate Navis in an occupied area. I would operate them myself, but I have to command officials at the national level. I have to complete this alone. That is correct. I've also sent ProtoMan to ACDC Area 2. ProtoMan will guide you on the mission. You mean I'll be operating ProtoMan as well? That is correct. I'm not sure I can even handle that. If you're having second thoughts, get off the team now. You have no time for doubt. But Lan, I know that not just anybody can handle ProtoMan. But you defeated the mad scientist Wily Enda's World 3, destroyed the Net Mafia Gospel, and defeated Regal before. You're not just anybody. Finally, someone takes some time out to acknowledge that fact. I never run away from a net battle before. That's the spirit. It's almost time. Check in and head to ACDC Area 2. It's in your hands, Lan. Leave it to me. That's what I like to hear. Yeah, I'm not doing the voice for him anymore. It's way more effort than it's worth.
Kid.
So I'm ProtoMan. Also, he's not nearly as annoying as he used to be fair.
Okay, I'm gonna have to actually get going. I'm getting really, really hungry.
Nah, you're good. This will actually be a good time for us to pause, and next time we'll kick off with the first Liberation mission. So we'll see you guys there.
I like the Liberation missions. Later.